G'day, my name's Andy Saunders. I'm a Biripi man from the Biripi Nation down in Taree, Manning area. I am also a stand-up comedian who happens to be an Aboriginal, ageing rapidly male. I got into comedy, I think, I've always been someone who liked making people laugh from a very early age. I was telling jokes that were way out of my age range. But you know, there's nothing more satisfying than hearing a 4-year-old say inappropriate words and putting them together and bringing forth a punchline that is way above their age limit. Before comedy, I think I was shitting in nappies and stuff. So, like I said, I started comedy at a very young age. As far as professional stand-up comedy goes, look, I've always been in community service and education. I've always been very passionate about education. I'm not sure if I'll ever leave that space because I think it's one of the most creative spaces a human being can be in. This day and age, you know, we're not really comfortable with the mainstream way of delivering education. I think we're going back to sort of more, dialogue and a practical way of learning, which is, that's the best way to learn. It's a cliche, but I suppose that half an hour to an hour out of the 24 hours a day, you get to make random strangers laugh with the shit that's in your head. So, I mean, I think that's a real buzz that you can do. Like, there are people in the world that can, put words together and make people think, create dialogue, and laugh first, and maybe think on their way home in the car. So they go, "Oh, honey, geez, now I know what he meant by that joke. What a sneaky bastard, he made me learn." First, look, I did professional MC work and corporate gigs before stand-up comedy. So I think my first gig was with Raw Comedy on the Bar on the Hill in Newcastle to 500 people. I was nervous as hell. I've heard of this thing called bombing. No, I'm kidding. I actually, I've bombed in front of a couple of audiences, I suppose. The audience went really quiet after a certain joke. I wouldn't say I've bombed an entire gig. I was able to bring them back and sort of win them again. So what happened is I sort of had the audience in the palm of my hands at the start. I told a joke, lost them, then I won them back again. And look, I don't want to repeat the joke. It was probably a joke I shouldn't have told, but I think you'd be hard pressed to find a comedian that sort of told a joke that they probably shouldn't have. But we don't regret anything because, I mean, every experience is a learned experience. If you're not learning, then what are you doing it for? I think I like the failures. They're good for your spirit. They're good to make you grow as a human being, progress in the right direction. Yeah. Growing up, Sam Kinison, I loved him. Look, as an adult now, obviously I love Dave Chappelle. He's very smart. Bill Burr. I love parts of Ricky Gervais. There are so many comedians out there. The highlight people would probably say gala gigs and television gigs and, gigs with really high profile guests, but I think they're just small community gigs. They're probably gigs that don't have a lot of people there, but the energy in the room was just ridiculously high, and there's no denying that feeling. Yeah, they'd be your Melbourne National Comedy Festival roadshow gigs. They would be small community gigs or small private gigs where people just wanted to have a mad time. They're probably the highlights in my career. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying I don't want more gala spots, okay? Please push them my way. I love them. They are massively exciting. But you can't... to feel the energy from 3,000 people in the room is different to feeling the energy from 200 people in the room. It's just it's more intimate. I think I think a lot more than, and I probably peel the joke back a little bit, peel a few layers off and try and get to the funny a little bit faster. Yeah. So word economy, which is what I'm not utilising right now. Just do it. Advice for people starting out in comedy, just do as many gigs as you can. Say your jokes out loud. Record yourself. Write them on your phone. Write your jokes. Write them again and write them again. Just, I can't tell you how important it is to practice. Practice, practice, practice. If you get 5-minute spots, open mic nights, just do it. If you got the family around at Christmas, do a 5-minute spot. Just do it. It's the only way to get better. I've got big things in 2020 happening. I'm hoping to do something with a comedy flavour on TV. Not sure if it'll happen, but I love pranking. I love sketches. I love bringing people into a place where they question their own beliefs. And sort of a prank / sketch / variety / funny type of show. Yeah, and I want to call it Prankenstein. I think it'd be sort of next level prank. So I'm thinking of dealing with one societal issue per show, and the rest are just silliness. Oh, hey, listen, thanks people for having me. It's a real honour that I'm here. It's an honour that I get to do this for a living, and it's only because of people like you. Listen, if you want to follow Andy Saunders, go to my website, andysaunders.org, or follow me on Facebook, Andy Saunders Comedy, or Instagram, also Andy Saunders Comedy. And come to my shows. Next year I'll be in Adelaide Fringe, the Melbourne National Comedy Festival, and gigs here and there. I'll be coming to Cairns, I'll be coming to Western Australia. I will also be coming to the Northern Territory at some point in time. So I can't wait to see all of you guys.